All right, welcome back. This is Guru Health Consulting with the Guru Health Guys. So we're here to educate people on what health insurance is, how to hack the industry, how to give you some control back, and how to avoid salesmen who are just pitching scripts and trying to hard close you. Today, what I'd like to talk about is HMO versus PPO. So this will be a pretty short video. It's a really easy concept to understand. And one of the biggest problems that I see in the health insurance industry is that it's overly complicated for no reason. So let's pull the curtain back. Let's take a look at what truly is going on and let's move forward. So the first thing that I'll say is insurance companies run the world. The money, the cash flow that comes in and out of insurance companies is absolutely insane. When the government decided to create a program to give access to more people through Affordable Care Act, it changed things again. So now you're left with a few different choices. We know that they're marketplace plans, which are guaranteed issue and potentially subsidized if you are under a certain income threshold. Then we can go directly to the carrier. So we can call Blue Cross Blue Shield and say, hey, I'm a consumer, a private consumer, I'd like to get a plan. And generally speaking, you're going to be offered the same exact plans that are on the marketplace. So then you have corporate. We know what corporate is. That's group coverage. And the difference in group coverage, it splits off, is you have small business versus enterprise. Small business is generally a little bit more risky. It costs more money. The coverage isn't as good because they don't have the buying power that the big enterprises have. So enterprise, that's where you're taking 5,000, 10,000 employees to the insurance company and saying, hey, now we have some leverage. Build us a plan around our business. Obviously, health-based, we know all about that. Those are PPOs. And then there are corporate type plans that are underwritten a little bit that you can also gain access to. All of these, not all of them, but most of these are going to have HMO and PPO options. So the main difference between HMO and PPO is that HMOs only have in-network coverage. Meaning, if you go out of network with an HMO, you don't have any coverage. So a lot of HMOs do have some co-insurance involved if there is an emergency or if emergent care is needed outside of your network. So in that case, you're skiing, you have an HMO that only works in whatever city you're from. Now you're in a different state, you're skiing, you break your wrist, you go to the emergency room. Then the insurance company says, sure, you pay 50%, we'll pay 50%. The difference here is that facilities are charging insurance companies 3 and 4 times more than what they charge the consumer to cash pay. So always be diligent and know what your insurance rate is versus your cash pay rate. And this doesn't matter whether it's emergent care or an MRI or a mammogram or a colonoscopy. That is a really good question to ask. Okay, so now we know HMO is only in-network. There are some other things that come along with HMO, like you can't go to a specialist without getting referral from your primary doctor. Your primary doctor has to be listed, it has to be notated, you have to be established with them. And then you need to know where you can go, when you can go there. So as long as we do the legwork on the front end, a lot of people successfully have HMOs. The challenge is a lot of times the HMOs are the same, if not more expensive than PPOs. And then a PPO, what that's going to give you is now not only do you have access to in-network coverage, but you also have out-of-network coverage no matter what. So you can be in another state and get a cold and go to an urgent care or go to a pediatrician and still have coverage. So now what that means is that you can go to a different state and go see a pediatrician or an emergency care, urgent care place and have in-network and out-of-network coverage, so you're not limited. With the PPO, now you no longer need a referral to see a specialist. You just go directly to the doctor and just place your card on the table, and that works. So the things that I like most about PPOs are the coverage. The networks are bigger, which means your coverage extends further. A lot of times the framework, the deductible, co-insurance, max out-of-pocket, co-pays, all that stuff is more affordable. And even in some cases, the plans themselves are more affordable. So if you're looking at spending the same amount of money on an HMO and a PPO, yeah, there's going to be some nuances in the coverage, but generally speaking, PPO is where you want to be 100 out of 100 times. So stay tuned. We're going to continue to educate you on what health insurance is, what it is not. We're going to pull the curtain back on the industry. I'm going to show you how to take some control back in a super busted, super expensive, super upside down. I'm going to teach you how to take some control back in an industry that's overly complicated, very expensive, and is upside down and broken just like everything else. So my recommendation for you is you need a guy. You need the guru. Give us a call. We'll help walk you through this, educate you, and empower you to make your own decisions. Thanks again. Looking forward to talking to you.